Aries, this is your astrological forecast for October 2016. And I hope that you so far have enjoyed your summer and your late summer as we're now opening up, tuning in for that of the autumn months, which is just absolutely beautiful everywhere, right? So we have Venus to accompany us, to enjoy, to take in that passionate energy that we have, that Scorpio gives us. We're emoting and feeling and romanticizing in a Scorpion way here. This goes for all of us. The transit will be here until that of the 18th, when then Venus will be moving into Sagittarius, and that will lift our energies up from those deeper depths of Scorpio and up to that of Sagittarian optimism and enthusiasm. But here for you right now, Aries, this Venus is cruising through your 8th house. That has you looking at what is important to you as far as how you're sharing, interacting with your partner, not necessarily just your significant other, but it can have to do also with business. What monies are you getting, receiving, sharing? Are you getting what you need to get as far as commissions, royalties, that kind of thing? Of course, if you're waiting for a pension payout, investment payout, or even a legal lawsuit payout, this could be the time that Venus will bring this to you. Venus rules money, not just romance. And then we have Mars currently cruising in Capricorn, so this allows us to really dig in and get a lot of things done, all on the practical level. That's what the Capricornian energy is all about. Structure and to organize things and really feel that we have our feet well planted on the ground. And Mars is our physical drive, energy, and goal orientation. So you can come to accomplish a lot this month if you put your mind and your focus to it. That Mars is coming up closely, not quite yet, but closely up towards Pluto. And that's going to be a pivotal point of transformation. So anything you're doing here in the first part of the month, or here, I'd like to say October, is setting you up for what you can expect there in November. Mars makes us practical, it makes us grounded. You have it in that 10th house for career this month. So Aries, focus. What are your goals, dreams? This is your ruler we're talking about, right? And every once in 2 years will Mars come around the chart and re-enter into your career space. This is it. This month might be the highlight of what you have been working for the last 2 years in order trying to achieve. And of course you have had great transformation here because Pluto's been with you for several years now, so I could see the increments of these years as you're pushing along is really staking out a major career transition. But the Sun here, which is now in your 7th house, this is you, Aries, your relationships, how you are sharing with your significant other. That is for those of you who are married or in a long-term relationship. This is where you're going to focus on your partner and vice versa. And if you're single, then this could be a great time for you, Aries, to meet somebody, not just to superficially date, but actually that holds a long-term potential, because this is the area of marriage. And Jupiter is there for you. And so, you know, Jupiter has just entered into Libra. You're going to have it here for a whole year. So you're going to come to see how your emotions are going to expand, and the type of partners you're going to be attracting are going to be very optimistic, enthusiastic, and very supportive of you. Mercury will be joining into this area here as well when it moves into Libra here on the 7th. Then we'll have the Sun, Mercury, and also Jupiter here. So after the 7th, there's going to be a lot of communication taking place where the two of you can actually now figure out what it is you both want. It's about finding that midpoint, what is fair and balanced between the two of you. So we can see we got a lot going on here. Your moon sign will show you emotionally what you're going to be going through more so this month, and the difference between a solar chart, what I'm looking at here, that's the Sun, the lunar chart. When you listen to your moon sign reading, well then that will show you what you're going to be expecting here this coming month. Same thing when you listen to your rising sign. So all three readings really give different aspects, insights as to what you can come to expect this month. But our new moon here this month will be at the very, very end, at the 30th. We have that new moon there coming up in the sign of Scorpio, 7 degrees there. So it's a powerful and deeply felt beginning. The new moons always signify the beginnings, right? And so, yes, it is intense, it is powerful, it's passionate, and so coming up here so close to your Venus, this could be a very romantic night for you. And in the 8th house too, it's all about seeking those deeper sides of your partner. The full moon here is on the 15th, sorry, on the 15th, and for you that will be in your sign here in the 1st house. So it's going to be illuminating your personality, how you're looking at getting things together, what you're sending out as signals to the world, and this full moon is going to be passing over the point of Uranus. So this too will give it a little bit of an excitement coming in, maybe something unexpected taking place there on the 15th. So let's just run through the calendar. Of course, now I'm having a weekly astrology. For those of you who are interested, you'll find the little icons right down below. And if you're not on your phone, you can click on these and it will take you directly there. If you're on your phone, that may not do it, but then you'll find it in the description below. That's how you're going to get your weeklies. And then we're going to have day-to-day insights, and also where the moon is, because we don't really do a lot of moon readings here on the overall monthly because it's too many aspects to go through. But on your weekly, it will give you a feeling of what you can expect day to day in your emotional self as well. Okay, so do watch your Astro Weekly. But on the 1st, we have Venus and Neptune, a very creative, but also very romantic date. It is your love and your romance, and it's Neptune, hopes and dreams, and all this spiritual energy coming together. You might just feel totally inspired, especially for all of you artists that are out there. On the 5th, the Sun and Saturn comes together. So here I see there is perhaps a decision that you're going to make that you're feeling really good about, because Saturn is grounding it. And on the 5th and 7th, though, you might look at it again from a different angle. You might find that you want to adjust something as far as the direction goes. So as long as you're not making a decision too quickly, that you're jumping without thinking, then you might not need to do this adjustment there on the 5th and the 7th. But I do feel that whatever opportunities are coming in can actually help you break new grounds right now. Then we have on the 11th a couple of aspects, and again I'm seeing there is messages coming in. Mercury is really beautifully aligned with Jupiter, and Jupiter is always very gracious and very generous. So a generous sense of insight or news coming in that can bring up your sense of enthusiasm should be received. And then Mars and Neptune also doing that dance. So I'm feeling there's movement, okay, as far as the direction that you're taking. And we know that your Mars is up there in the career field. So this should definitely be pointing towards a career move. On the 15th, want to be a little careful for any mishaps. And it is the Sun and Uranus. They are opposed to one another, and that just means that our attention isn't in both directions at the same time. So many little accidents can take place when that occurs. Stumping your toe or something, that kind of thing. Nothing major. But yeah, we just want to pay attention to where our alignment mentally is on that day. Now on the 25th could be a day of disappointments, especially that of romantic things. Maybe you're going to have to take a rain check on whatever was set up on your calendar. Venus and Neptune, they're squaring off on each other, so either a delay or something else, maybe a message or insight that can leave you feeling maybe just a little disappointed. However, though, it's not going to last long. So don't let it get to you, because already on that next day, Venus is coming in with great news, with Jupiter coming in, and that dance of the two of them together, they're not just going to make it up to you, but they're going to put something beautiful in place. So talk about perfect timing for damage control. On the 28th, we were talking about accidents there, and this typically happens when Uranus is not well aspected, and it is because things come out of the blue unexpectedly. We're not paying attention. Boom! And here on the 15th we had the Sun, but today, see, it's Mars. So when Mars and Uranus get together in a square, we get earthquakes and sometimes volcano or volcanic eruptions. Now this can happen to us emotionally too. A sudden outburst, either you personally, or you could come to hear or see, witness somebody else just go off their hinges a little bit. It's a stress aspect. It's a release of stress, and it comes with, boom, one big bang. Now, when we hold this energy in our own consciousness and we have that certain signature of frequency, sometimes you will notice how that just happens to transfer to your electrical equipment. You've all been there, I know it. You know, suddenly the computer won't work, or something else, your software won't work, or maybe it's your microwave. It's like this stored up energy that just builds and then it releases. And so it's a relatively quick, fast moving aspect. You can notice it probably there from the 27th. It is on the 28th, it's exact, and then it leaves there the 29th. So you got 2 or 3 days. Anything mechanical, technical, and that is because mechanical is Mars and Uranus is technical. That's typically where you can see something break. Even glass can break under this frequency. But then again, I'm seeing here that nothing bad, because on the 29th, Venus, your emotions, your love, and things that are really dear and important to you are secured here with Saturn. Saturn's going to glue it back together, and just wait and see. So if things are going a little bit haywire, sometimes it's better to just let it be. You know, just walk away from whatever it is, let it settle down, then you can go in and you will see that your software works perfectly in the aftermath. It's more like when we stress a whole lot with it, it gets worse. So that was the little tip for it. And then of course we got Halloween, which should be really special this year because the moon is right in there with Pluto and Mars, and both Pluto and Mars loves the scary, ghosty type energy. So I'm thinking it's going to be a very creative Halloween here this year. So listen, Aries, have a good one. Go listen to your Astro Weekly. You also got your Tarot Weekly here. If you can't press it, if you're not on a PC or iPad, and you're on your phone, you'll find it in the link below. So have a good one.